Playing the stream audio feels not present. Kind of help is there. Didn't look like anybody's here. All right, it was a bedtime stream. Funk, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. So we're gonna take a look at the PTS today. So, or not interested in seeing any of the new stuff that's coming out, then you may not want to. But apparently they dropped a whole lot of stuff today on the PTS. Several people are interested in it, including me. I was just in our Discord a few minutes ago and we're looking at some stuff. And I'm like, I was so on the fence about actually live streaming anything. But there's a lot of people that are on Xbox, a lot of people that are on PlayStation that don't get the opportunity to get on the PTS, and that's why I like to do it. Jonathan, how's it going, man? Welcome to the chat. I was going to say I read slow, so type slow. Dude, is super proud that you say that, man. I really appreciate you saying that. Means a great deal. Hopefully I'll be putting out a whole lot more content. Not nearly as consistent as I'd like for it to be. Do my best. I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to pick a server. Actually, what I want to do, not do anything yet. I'm going to go ahead and jump on the server real quick so I can jump on. Mysterious Pixie, who was also in our Discord hanging out, her momentarily. Hey, I was going to say also, if you are inclined to join our Discord, the link to that is in the description of this video or this live stream. Love to have you come in there and hang out with us. We play Fallout 76 quite a bit. We do have a small Fortnite community too as well, so we occasionally play Fortnite. Jordy, Fallout 76, and any platform, even though that majority of everybody's. Super Dave right there. I actually saw Super Dave last time I was on the Gassier's on here. On here. Night Rider's on here. Fine folks. So hey, if any of you guys are dual streaming and Gassy, amazing people. Love him to death. Gotta see who all else. What we're looking at. Definitely says he's on the server. I don't see Night Rider on there either. Bad link. I just click on hit report. Really awesome for you. I like rifle a lot. Really done spoken much with. A couple times I've rifle. He's just a down to earth guy. Kind of reminds me of myself, except I'm better looking. Kidding, he's got a beard. It's a cool beard too. All right, so just going to kind of glance around. There's going to be some quality of life changes that were made. I want to probably pull up the patch notes in just a second so I can just kind of high level the stuff. Again, this stuff is not live on the current live servers. Ending thing or not into. Really want to get it. I just don't want to ruin it for anybody. All right, so I don't see any events going on right now. They had changed the world activity where the daily ops are, and have events, and then you're going to have what they call activities. And the activities are lower level ones. I'm trying to think of lower level activity that's not an event. Nothing comes to mind. But just about any normal activity that would be called an event is now called. So they're breaking those out. They're also timers as well. Low in here. What all else? Changed where the challenges are. Like, I don't know what that takes me directly to the score. Don't necessarily have to go and hear that. Gassy right there. Oh, and there's Night Rider too. Looks like they're all getting here. Oh, there he is. Look, there's Gassy right there. I'm stalking you, dude. Totally stalking you, man. Like, I saw that there was a Gassy guy on here, and I was just saying, man, you have an amazing beard. Apparently he's talking and not. Yeah. What's up, sweet cheeks? Yeah, so they're changing up some of love you too, man. Totally appreciate you stopping by the stream, dude. You guys are not subscribed to Argasser. Fantastic guy. Go see nothing but Fallout 70. Occasionally he likes to cook, but most part, Fallout 70. All right, train of thought. Oh yeah, we were talking about mods. So just before I got over here into the stream, guys and I were looking at some of the Under Armours and that nature out of mine. They've moved your Under Armour out of apparel and into the armor category. Then apply mods to them now. So if we got to the point where we decided that the mods were ones that were already there were not there, never really use Under Armour much, or if it got a lot of or what I'm used to people carrying me through like the raids, and I feel like they're not really. I mean, they are. Everybody's got a specialty. Mine's getting field, and I can get field shooting stuff. I just don't have a lot of. Anyway, maybe it's because I'm not wearing it. But there is some modifications that come through that. Now, what they've done here on the PTS is they've given us access to virtually everything. So this is a PTS item box, and everything that's being tested here now is inside this box. Literally pick up every module that there is currently on the game, so you can test with it. And you can do this with any one of your characters too. Rolling down through at the bottom. But there's some other interesting things in here too. Something I noticed before is Potion of Exploration. Shows you all the locations that are on the map, in case there are any new locations you can visit it. In the Potion of Knowledge, gives you all lands that are in the game. Start crafting stuff. Start seeing how some of the new items out there. Kind of neat. They didn't have a lot of this stuff before, so you kind of had to like do the events. Then you'd have to like hope that you got what you were. Kind of just takes all the hard work out of it. Surfer, welcome to the chat, man. Well, I'm hoping that somebody had. Meantime, I probably need to look at patching. Another good. Up in the room. After being in front of a computer all day, oftentimes you don't. They very well might be one of. And in case you not get notification of the patch notes, Queen, welcome to the chat. If I had a third monitor, I'd probably be in good. But anybody's saying right now, if you got, it's been renamed activity variety of quests as activity better represent what we felt they truly are. They are this kind of activities. You'd want to think of like on the beat, but that's not it. Something on the beat or something like that. I was trying to use that one as an example because it pumps up all the time. It's something up there in Morgantown. Probably Monster Mash. That's another example that would probably be considered an activity. Sinkhole solutions would be considered an actual event. Activities have been given their own unique icon. It would adjusted for min-max levels, enemies to spawn levels, and activities provide more of a challenge to higher level players and still balanced for lower. So let's see if there's any going on right now. So our daily ops, the new public events icon, kind of shows a bunch of people there. That looks very generic. Then your activities is the same ones, the way they looked before. I guess that's pretty okay. Now we made a lot of changes to the rewards. Let's go to that. Reward pool update activity will now reward. Okay, so this basically gives you a set amount for each activity that you do and each event that you do. So, for example, for activities, it's 75 caps. For doing public events, you get 150 caps. Public events, you get 2 legendary items, 3 to 5 legendary modules. So, I mean, it looks like it'll vary on that end, but obviously the activities won't give you near as much as the events. Up over chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. Full 80. No, it's just going to be peaceful. I peaceful or L peaceful. Have a look at the new unique armors in the locker. Got access to PTS. I mean, slow scroll would absolutely. Well, Shizzle, how's it going, man? DMH, how's it going? I hope you got the PTS. You can jump on here with me, homie. And if anybody else would like to pop in here, my friends list. All right, new armors. Reckon I saw. Maybe I did see the armor. Ain't I, dude? Stars, but I didn't. Armor. Bulwark. Increases all resistance. Damage. Weighs twice as much. Or weighs twice as much. Provides 35% more defense. Last stand. But stand. Skill. Chest piece. A minus 15 damage from Scorched. Plus 2 agility. Plus 2% evade chance. Added last bastion. 10% damage reduction, lower health percent, currently 0. 3% luck, breaks 3% slower, reduces incoming explosive damage by 15%. Accuracy increases up to 35% as health decreases, currently 10%. Pocket silver lining. Pocketed silver lining. Mark West, how's it going, man? Welcome to the chat. Ghoul can't have drugs, food, and drink. I think it would be cool to bring in Jet. I think Jet would just fit it nicely. Can it be modded as in changing legendary effect? We'll check that out in just a second, Peaceful. Because I don't want to take anything out of the locker just yet. And the reason why is because I play on a custom server. I just kind of wanted to do a first glance, and I'm going to pop over to custom server and we'll go crazy. Roadkill. We go back to pocketed stand. Fast becomes invisible while sneaking and not moving. Receives 7% less explosive damage. 5% damage reduction while standing still. 5 stealth in shadows. Plus 5 carry weight. Pretty nice. That would be good for like a, I mean, obviously a sneak build, but like a mule. Finally, roadkill. Increased damage reduction up to 4% as you feel your hunger and thirst. On that. Funny. Huh. It's a bad idea for Bethy to be drinking an Alani at almost 8 o'clock at night. I mean, it's bad idea. It's a bad idea. Hang on a second. Let me finish reading this last armor piece. Hunger and thirst meters. Currently, it's 0. Hunger and thirst grows 10% slower. Junk items weight reduced 20%. And eating animal corpses restores health and hunger. Okay. The card for that. Alright. Alright, so hang tight, guys. I'm going to pop over to a custom server. And look at some of this stuff. Give it everybody real quick. Yeah, this one has infinite ammo, free workbench, camp power, free building. Yeah, so this is not too crazy. Alright, I'm going in there now. Speed cap on movement speed has been changed from 120 to 150. That is correct. 2, meeting the cards that add movement back and technically, and I was actually trying to keep up with some people the other day, and I mean, I'm a lot faster than most, but there's some people I still have a hard time keeping up with, and I can really kind of improve on my movement speed. That's going to help out a lot. So the name of the drink is Alani's. They're like caffeinated monsters, except they're girly. They're not girly. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I'm getting in some trouble for that because I know a lot of guys that drink it. They're topical drinks that are just loaded with caffeine. And generally, Bethy does not drink caffeine at night. But it could mean a Y. I mean, I bet it does. And Aaron, we were hanging out yesterday, weren't we? We were. You were on the same server for a bit. Alright, so let me see if I can't modify some of this stuff. Or if I just take it all, what will happen? That was a little louder than I anticipated. Much louder than I anticipated. I wonder if I could still travel. Probably not. Is my camp even over here? Oh yeah, there it is. Travel agent, it's been a while since I used it. Now, every one of those mods that I just picked up is all going to continue to keep popping up on my screen. I was thinking, man. Hey, you coming hanging out? Have I missed anybody in here? Got Mark West. Stuck in my wall. In my wall. Oh, my TV's wrong. Okay, we're gonna look at armor. So let's see if we can't modify any of those pieces. That's gonna be a big deal if you can't modify it, because they did that with like the Apraxo weapon sprayer. I think you can modify any pieces, anything on that. So let's just go to last stand. Third. Doesn't look like I can, man. Bulwark. Got all the mods on here. If I'm missing something, just point it out, man. But it doesn't look like you can change any of the stars on it. Oop. Dixie. Good question. Does the Under Armour stack with the power armor? I don't know. That's a good question too. Look at that as well. Great armor. I've got... thinking it probably does. Falls underneath the armor. Enclave, Secret Service, under. Put out my power armor. Dale Schumacher, how's it going, man? Bethy said she didn't want to hang out with me tonight. She said, I don't even like you. And it looks like Enclave operative armor is not. Yep. Ow. Bethy just shot me in my nipple ring with a dark eye. Unprovoked, might I add. I didn't do anything. Listen. Can't make all this about you all the time, Beth. Can't always be about you. Alright. I'm not missing anything you said, guys. So, hey, fashion looks like quest. I don't know if I've got a rad suit. I don't know if I've got a rad suit. I could probably make one though. Make those. Whoever wants us to make a rad suit to see whether or not it, oh yeah, power armor. Oh, DMH? Oh yeah, Bethy just says it's, oh, it's DM. Yes. Alright. Yeah, I'm working on it, man. Man, I'll tell you what, Surfer is just like, he's on it tonight. Just a craft. Or then Under Armour. They're gonna be rad suit. A radiation suit. Apparently something is attacking me. Outfits, helmets, headwear, Chinese, health armor. So I'm thinking that either I can't make it and I don't know how to, or it's just because I don't have it, but it's definitely not falling underneath Under Armour. Never gonna get a moment's peace unless I take care of these guys. Slow walk back over here. Outfits. Did they change the verbiage on that? I think they did. I think that's always been outfits, hasn't it? Popping over to that. Patch note. Invited guests. Outfit. I don't know if you were necessarily asking whether or not that was the terminology, but it does say outfits. I don't recall if it says outfits in a live game. But they have changed some of quality of life. Really, not everything in there is covered. Had to be kind of falls underneath. Oh, you're asking if it would be underneath that. Let's look. Yeah, hazmat suit. Thanks, D. Made 2 of them. It doesn't matter, I already weigh 1,000 pounds anyway. So I do have a hazmat suit on. Will allow me to wear anything else. I think it will allow me to wear. Yeah, it took it off. So it won't let me wear the hazmat suit as Under Armour either. He's like, ta-da! Alright, cool. We're going through the patch notes. World loot updates. Right now would be great for like Beth to come. Like I'm in. Containers. As of lockboxes found throughout the world have their own loot improved. Chance to receive a legendary item depending on block difference. Very interesting. So opening it, like for instance, a lock safe could potentially produce an item with that. You mine it maps can now be found. Textual, depending on activity challenges. Players will now have a chance to find a related item such as soap to help progress through daily and weekly. Yeah, Bethy's complaining about having to do her job. Just kidding. Bethy's complain. Oh, I'm so dead. Bethy is telling me that she has a bunch of essays that she has to grade, but she's failing to let you all know that she just drank an Alani, which really means that you're not drinking Alani. Oh, I thought you. Okay. Well, she's not drinking Alani after Diet Coke or my speed. Bouncing pass and activities and public events. Jailbreak dog would die off and hordes have been disabled. Alright, so jailbreak. Yeah, but jailbreak hasn't been running for a while. I haven't seen jailbreak in forever. Dog would die off. I have seen it, and I have seen hordes. These 3 events were going to take much more time and effort to bring up to the quality we like, so I've made the decision to disable them for now. But I'm telling you, jailbreak was already. I mean, I don't think you can play that in the live game now. I'd be interested to know if anybody's played it recently, but I've not seen it. Known issues on some rare occasions. We still have seen hordes start up and are currently investigating this behavior. If you encounter this, we'd appreciate any information on when, where you've seen it. Always vigilant. Changes coming to that. There's changes coming to almost every, like campfire tales. There's a lot here. All right. Let me take a 30-second break. Be right back. Okay, back. So I'm just staring at nothing. You can look at my butt right here. All my displays are on. It says that jailbreak has been gone for a while, like months or 2. I haven't seen it in a really, really long time. Definitely want to see what kind of stuff we can find here to test. I'm gonna kind of blow through here. If you hear something that you need to go over, or if I'm spending way too much time in an area, just say so. I don't mind. I do want to see some of the new stuff, but I got to find out what is going to be new. Jailbreak. We already talked about this. Known issues. Always vigilant. Additional legendary enemy can spawn. AWOL armaments, which I don't like. There's can now begin to activate recall beacon after talking to Sergeant Gutsy. Yeah, it's back on the beat. That's what I was thinking of. Back on the beat. Back on the beat, additional loot has been added to safe room. Enemy waves have adjusted. They are kind of sparse. BattleBot, which is one of my favorites, correctly. Load time between the card swipes, that's one of the hardest things. Is like you got to swipe the one card and you got to hustle to get over to the other one. Has been increased from 4 seconds to 10. Burden, additional legendary enemies can spawn. Agua is now always 3-star legendary enemy. Overall strength has been reach and clear. Lock 20 right boxes. Drop a legendary item on it map. I don't think I've ever gotten a on it map. Have you guys ever used those before? Column. I actually hit tab and it took me to the bottom of the screen. Hit every one of them because there's a whole lot more that is touching here. So we just went over breach and clear, campfire tiles, additional legendary enemies can spawn, senseless violence, which one I kind of stay away from. I don't know if you ever watched that or played that one. That's drives me nuts. Collision course, additional legendary enemies can spawn. Dangerous pastimes, additional spawn, balance adjustments for death blossoms, which I've never once completed death blossom. That's another thing I'd be interested to know if there's anybody in chat has ever completed death. Distinguished guest, additional legendary enemies can spawn. I don't think I've ever completed distinguished guest before. Place settings centerpieces have a glowing FX, making them easier to spot, which are kind of hard to see. Best targets for the robot wait staff has been adjusted. Known issues, we know that players are being counted as undesirables for the event and are investigating a fix. That if you guys hear Bethy sneezing over there, she reduce the amount of so there's eviction notice. For eviction notice, reduce the amount of legendary enemies that can spawn. Sure, that kind of sucks. Developer comment, this has historically been one of the more lucrative events out for obtaining legendary items, and we feel the improvements made across other public events, activities, and world loot more than balance this out. Which means basically instead of getting 15 or 20 legendaries in one event, you have to play 6 more events to get to the equivalents. I can't help but some dev out there listening to me right now. Just can't believe you said it like that. It's not bad, but I know you're trying to improve it. Still, we love this event. Feed the people, additional legendary enemies can spawn. Fertile soil, farm harem supervisors are now all guaranteed to legendary enemies. Fly swatter, which is one of the easiest ones. Increase the strength of the vertibot. Probably needs it. Free range, additional legendary enemies can spawn. The Brahmin will no longer attempt to attack. Good, the sheep scotch will now always be a legendary as at its part of the swamp. Additional legendary enemies can spawn. Just difficulty of the crafting mod. No, it's a rational fear. That's the one I hate. I don't hate it. Like I said, I just don't like that one. I'm gonna read. Kind of the same about it. It's a trap. That's another one. Scorched beast will now always spawn as a legendary. Leader of the pack no longer triggers a horde upon completion. Instead, a new objective to hunt the alpha wolf added to the activity of the pack. And adjust spawn timers, allowing enemies to spawn more often. Enemies should no longer spawn outside the event radius. Pathing for the Scorch has been improved. That's neat. Load bearing. Just rewards available from the kiosk. More rewards or better rewards. Alright. Enemy. That's Monster Mash. Load bearing. Okay, Manhunt. Crafting Dam has been adjusted to make this feel more like an integration. Mad Dog Malone health and damage has been increased. Mad Dog Malone's guards will now spawn legendary. 2. Monster Mash. Additional legendary enemies can spawn. Adjusted the reward available in the candy machine. fixed an issue causing the monster mask appearance to be stuck on a character. That will be neat. So, in case you guys didn't know, on many of the live streams that we've done in the past and occasionally do now, we do monster mash, just because it's a lot of fun to kill other people. May not agree to that, but it is. It's actually quite fulfilling. Depends if you do it with a baseball bat or not. It takes so much time to kill somebody with. Moonshine Jamboree ghouls have been replaced with floaters. I guess because ghouls are just way overused. For most wanted, reduce the number of buckaroos needed to 500. Defeated the golden varmint will now provide 500 caps and a random legendary item. Nuka Point layout has been increased to 7,500. Additional legendary. One violent night. Additional legendary enemies can spawn. Increase the strength of the Night Stalk. Path of Enlightenment. Cultists have been added to attack wave. Every one of these all have adding an additional reduce the required amount of bioluminescent fluid from 50 to 30. Patrol duty. More enemies are now present during the defense stage. I don't even know if I've ever done patrol duty. I've never heard of that one before. Penitentiary guard can no longer be crippled by the enemy. Increase the penitentiary guard's move. Project Beanstalk. Reduce the overall duration because it takes a freaking time. Project Paradise. This is a enemy waves have been adjusted for variety. Adjusted the level modifier of the ambient creatures in the arc. Reduce the required amount of collectibles habitat to level their friendly creatures. Riding shotgun, which I haven't done in quite a while. More loot has been added along the path of the event. Safe and sound. Increase the strength of the Blue Devil. Spin the wheel. Additional legendary enemies. Increase the health of the statue. Button timer has been adjusted from 30 seconds to 45 seconds, and Nuka Point layout has been increased to 7,500. Surface to air, and we're almost done. Surface to air, reduce overall time to 3 minutes. Increase the amount of enemies. Key time. Additional legendary enemies can now spawn. Reduce overall time. Test your metal. If defeated, the golden eyebot will now provide 500 caps in the legendary item. Reduce the start timer of the event by 5 minutes. Reduce the overall time. Tunnel of Love. Additional legendary enemies. Nuka Point payout has been increased to 7,500. Finally, Uranium Fever. Mole rats have been added to the waves. Reduce the health of the extract. Pip-Boy performance. It says substantial Pip-Boy improvements have coming along with update 2. Smoother navigation, improved responsiveness, more quality of life improvement. Could make navigating your Pip-Boy better experience. Performance upgrades, smoother navigation, meaning 50% faster, and reactions are 70%. Because they are kind of slow. Memory efficiency is up to 88%. I don't know how you can gauge that. UI and quality of life improvement. Clearer tabs, recipe books, find recipes and plans faster with the new recipe book in the notes tab. Scrollable text boxes, no more shrink text. Large text boxes are able to be scrolled. Dedicated leads tabs organizes quests related to info more clearly with a so this is the scroll that they're talking about this moment. I'm going to go back over here to notes. Yeah, I got a recipe. When I click it, nothing's there. I haven't any recipe. Yeah, but I can tell you, this moving around here is a whole lot faster. It just seems like it just flows a lot easier. All these notes. Most of the stuff that they've done is quality of life. Oh, I'd be interested to know when they intend to release this, yes, live servers, because outside of what I've seen so far, it's nothing terribly game breaking. I mean, you never know. Stuff just happens. Boy specific. Lock button. These are known issues. If you guys want to hear the known issues, that's fine. Up to it. Ability improvements. Seasons flag notification. Blue exclamation point mark flag appears to alert players about new. Appears once the player has entered the season menu, will reappear when new items are available. Score widget enhancement. Take the score widget in the top corner of the screen. Now includes ticket balance, score progression, and a button to directly access. Includes reward image, claim reward, which are pretty much all of mine because I haven't claimed that many on mine. Direct navigation and UI updates, dedicated button mappings, board button on PlayStation and Xbox for quick access this season. Flyouts for significant events, challenge completed, ranking up, and unlocking. Added ticket balance display to the paper map for better awareness. Bottom. Board visibility improvements, rotating reward previews, integrated into the widget. Flyouts now highlight new page unlocks and major milestones without overwhelming players. Look at those. Map here. Don't see my tickets. There it is. Right up here at the top. Amount of tickets in it. That's what I have in the live server. Not yet, at least. I do like how they can put challenges right underneath it too, so kind of see what it. Overall, yes. Vanity lights for photo mode. This is something I thought was pretty interesting. Vanity lights is an additional quality of life feature, photo mode for lighting the player's character selected. Select lighting styles and change their intensity in the player tab. This will enhance the image style pictures easily during nighttime hours. Steps to access the vanity lights, which we're going to do. Open the photo menu, select the player tab, choose from 5 light templates, adjust the intensity. Take your picture. Now, there is another game that does too. Actually, I think Fortnite does that. Not Fortnite. I go. Vanity lights. One and none. Thought there was going to be 5 of them. Not. The one. How bright can it get? Goodness. I'm the sun. I'm the sun. Thanks for coming, Miss JJ. We're just hanging out looking at the PTS changes that they've just updated on the server. It was done today, but opportunity to pop in here. I think I've pretty much lulled everybody to sleep. If there's anybody here at all. But if you are here, I definitely appreciate you being here, hanging out with you guys. Covering this. I do know for sure that the vanity lights were definitely needed. Because oftentimes I would try to do screenshots in the past on something in the game. Not doing what I wanted. Can't change that vanity light there, can I? Can't exactly point it at. It does help on the actual player itself. Booty JJ, how's it going, man? Welcome to the chat, brother. But it is kind of neat. Pop back over here. Armor update. You guys are gonna love this. Alt stuff. Oh. Read what it says. Alright, so To kick things off, all armor now weighs 50% less when in your stash, which means that you'll have more room in your stash, especially if you have a lot of armor. Thanks, Miss JJ. Peaceful, give me just a bit. Maybe I can take a look at that. Being on a custom server, I'm invincible. I can go and look at coal miners. Maybe. I don't know. I think I tried to go in here and try to solo it before and I couldn't solo. I just had to see. Let me go back. 50% less in the stash. Want storing items in the stash should be ideal place to keep spare items. This may be applied to weapons and other types of items in the future, but for now we exclusively doing this for armor in the stash. Weight of the armor and power armor in your inventory has also been adjusted as well. As you read through the rest of the changes below, keep in mind our goals with this update. And bulleted, it says provide a wider range of viable armor choices based on your build and what you're fighting, and more flexible with how you decide to modify an armor to cover your needs. Finally, this one last bullet point they've got in this section here: allow the more synergistic balance adjustments and better difficulty tuning for all present and future content. Find all the changes to armor and related mods listed below. If I can, if I can directly answer that. Grab somebody. God, walked in here. You made me think of stash. Bethy's twerking. You change the equation used for calculating damage reduction to put more emphasis on rating. Damage take is now reduced first by your armor and then by special damage effects. Tongue-tied things. A side effect of this change is that your armors will no longer break faster. When you special damage reduce. All special damage reduce effects from a different source, such as 15% minus 15% damage from robots, now multiply together rather than add. Okay. Armors now have more elemental resistance options. Braced armor mods have been redesigned to give a plus 5% block damage reduction. All our armor now share a new mod slot that controls which special stats bonus is gained. Existing lining mods no longer grant any stat bonuses and instead grant more resistance. So under armor mods, standard style. I can read through all the stats if you want. Now let's kind of blow through it. It's got a +2 charisma, endurance, and 2 agility unlock by default. Vault style, raider style, pretty much all are the same. Secret service is a +3, +3, +4. That's strength, perception, and endurance. Marine +4, +3, +3, unlocked from Atlantic City Quest, the most sensational game in Gated Party. Audio is in and out when I get quiet. Didn't realize I was getting quiet. I'll do my best. Casual style. It's a +5, +3, +2. Brotherhood of Steel. +4, +3, +3. That's strength, endurance, and intelligence. Civil engineering +3, +3, +4. This is all under armor, by the way. Default legendary mods and unique. Updated default legendary mods and add a unique effect to several armors. So the Trail Warden metal armor. Default legendary mods: 100 perception, hunters perception, through hikers. Unique effect +50 throw-in weapon damage. Available a load bearing turn. Okay, so we were already looking at these. I've already got all these in the inventory. Okay, so those are already. That's what we were looking at with Peaceful and DMH just a few minutes ago. Power armor significantly reduced the weight of the power armor. And the base weight of the power armor chassis. Developed power armor chassis no longer removes its weight as if you've dropped it. Dev note: this change was made to help indicate the item is still in your inventory and you have not dropped it. I mean, I've laid my power armor down before and thought that I've dropped it, so I guess I can totally get it. I've also put down my power armor, or I've actually put on my power armor and then go looking in my inventory for my power armor and not know where my power armor is, and totally thought that I'd lost my power armor, but I was actually wearing it. Embarrassing. And I actually might have done that in the live stream too. Power armor chassis weight is now derived from its contents. So I think that answers your question. Who was that? Someone just asked whether or not power armor was affected by what we were actually wearing. It. And I'm reading here. Power armor chassis weight now derived from it. Equipment power armor now retains 100% of its weight. That may not be good. Dev note: equip power armor that is broken no longer has reduced. Dev weight regarding the notes that increase the weight of the power armor. In certain cases, the overall weight has been reduced such that in most cases you will have similar or less weight on your player and significantly less weight when in. Yep, that was you, man. Alright, radiation and nuke zones. Nuke zones will deal more radiation damage to those in power armor if they are not fully suited. Full set of power armor and Rad-X, the damage is not immediate and you still expect to have time to react if you suddenly caught in a nuke zone while in your power armor. I don't know how you can suddenly get caught in a nuke zone. Normally you know pretty well that you're walking into one, but I guess that can happen. Rebalanced radiation damage from the environment. Generally, I'm reading it just exactly as it is. Generally, the damage you take from environmental sources now lower. I must have wrote. Actually, it sounds like an IT guy wrote that. It is easier for leverage mods to on regular armor alongside items like Rad-X to reduce incoming radiation damage. The power armor and hazmat suit option is still the best option to survive intense amounts of radiation. Good for you ghoul people. Just kidding. Hazmat suits now have a basic spread of resistance rather than just a radiation. And then they are making some modifications to legendary. So I'm just going to pause there just for a second. I want to see how much more we've got. Got legendary mods, then perks. Future enemies, weapons. There's definitely some other stuff you guys probably want to hear. I'm just going to pause there for a second, see if anybody's got any questions or you just shut up, pretend. You're just making it into live stream in here. If you're inclined to give the live stream a thumbs up, I would also appreciate that too. Or a thumbs down if you don't like me. That's part. In either case, glad that you're here. Say hello to us in chat. Glad to talk directly to you. Welcome you here. If there's anybody else that has stay here online, like DMH is on. It was actually a pretty decent size update. I updated Bethy's. Hey, you're gonna get in here with me, but like, no, I'm not. I've got better things to do. Not with you. Not listening to me. Ace, how's it going, man? I've not tested any of the armor yet. I've not made it that far. We've gone through some stuff, and we looked at a few things, but overall, we've not got to a chance to do any testing with it. Now, I am also on a custom server, so I really couldn't tell you specifically whether or not improved, or how it's improved, until I move over to a live server or get on a custom server because this server, I can pretty much be standing in front of a scorch piece right now. But that's definitely something that we can look at. Him too. I finished reading the patch notes off, and by the way, Ace, if you want, man, you can just call me naked. Most people do. NVD. Usually either one of those work great. You can call me anything you want, man. I'm totally cool with it. My friends call me naked. Welcome to it. So a lot of the mods have actually been modified here. Quite a few of them. And this is probably going to touch a little bit on what Ace is asking here. So I'm just going to read these off real quick. So the mutants change from plus 10 DRER per mutation to 5% damage reduction when you have more than 3. Bolstering change to up to 10% change reduction when HP is lower. 5% HP is 10%. I'm reading it just as I see it. Vanguards change to up to 10% changed damage reduction based on the max HP, 1000 HP to 10%. Overeaters lowered the damage reduction from 6% to 4%. Aristocrats changed up to 10% damage reflection based on the caps held. 40k equals 10%. That's gonna. Elementalist increased from plus 5 all res to plus 25 all res. Warming, fireproof, hazmat, poisoner mods increased resistance value from 25 to 50. Defenders redesigned the 40% chance to automatically block attacks for weapons and 5% chance to automatically block attacks for. Ladies and gentlemen, Bethy Butler just wants to pop in and harass me about swapping to heavy weight. Ever better, probably going to be better than no. Also, Cavalier. So I did Defenders. Cavaliers weapon mod renamed to Blocker. Named damage reduction from this effect explicitly applies to block damage now. Cavalier armor mod changed to minus 10% damage taken while sprinting. Not a word that I'm used to seeing. It's reposting, but it's not reposting. It's riposting. Could be a typo, or it could be that's how it's actually spelled in the game. I never use it. This effect now specifically reflects blocked damage. It also works with new auto block. Lightweight, we only have 2 more by the way. Lightweight, the mod is now available to armor, and power armor reduces the item weight by 50%. And then weightless, renamed to heavyweight, talking about a moment ago. This mod now grants up to 10% damage reduction the closer to 100% carry weight you are. Says that readers got nerfed. That's Bigfoot. Weird. Wait, Bigfoot's in here? Did I just miss that? Hang on. Wait a minute now. Perks. I'm getting to it. Creatures and enemies in a second. Alright, so for perks, legendary perks no longer require perk coins to unequip, which is the way it should have always been. It should not have ever have to cost you anything to move that stuff around. So that's the reason why I don't make ammunition hardly. Because I don't want to swap those around and lose a perk coin on. Remove the sturdy frame effect. Remove the portable power perk. Remove the portable power perk. Dev note: players will be granted perk coins for any removed perks that they have. Please note that this exchange will be the first iteration of the PTS. Blocker now reduces damage from blocked attacks. Rank 1, 15%. Rank 2 is 20%. Reading that wrong. Rank 1 is 15% more damage blocked. No, I'm reading it right. They put it in here wrong. Rank 2, but it still says ranked 1, 20% more damage blocked. And rank 3, which still says ranked 1, 25% more damage blocked. Kid you not, that's exactly what it says. Just typos. Which I'm very prone to do. But I didn't write this. Fireproof is renamed to Hardy. Remove the damage reduction. Effect. Take 15% per rank less damage from explosives. Dev note attached to this one. We have added many new sources of fire resistance. Felt this perk was better suited to creatures and enemies. Some stronger enemies outgoing damage has been reduced. Raid bosses, etc. Didn't specifically say anything. So, let me just reread that again. Some stronger enemies outgoing damage has been reduced. Raid bosses, etc. And then some enemies poison, fire, and cryo damage has been increased a bit to account for players having much easier to access to those resistance. Say anything about Bigfoot, man? Nothing about Big Buck. All right, so some of the guys here, like Big Bob and I'm gonna totally gonna mispronounce him, but you know what I'm talking about. Both of you guys were talking about Bigfoot there, and I didn't know that Bigfoot was actually in the game yet. I've seen some other sources say that there's footprints for it, but I've not actually seen Bigfoot. And we're almost finished here with the changes. So we're going to talk about weapons. All cursed weapons can be modified in the legendary crafting now. So the plasma caster, new mod. Short scope, new mod. Splitter barrel, a new mod. Automatic barrel, new mod. Burning receiver. Sniper barrel has been redesigned to deal more damage at the cost of spending more ammo per shot. The long barrel has been redesigned into the signal-ish barrel, which adds rad damage. Adds new legendary effect to some unique weapons. This does not affect existing items. Civil unrest, getting assassins. All right. Swift. Increased unique AP bonus from 10 to 50. Perfect Storm, Quad Hitman's Nimble. A Black Diamond, Anti-Armor. I mean, they must be spelling it right. It's right posting. Strength, bonus cryo damage. And the All Rise, this change will be arriving in the next major patch, which is currently scheduled to arrive in January. Add the Juggernaut and Steady legendary mods to the default mods. This does not affect items. Increase the unique effect from 10 HP to 50 HP. And we were talking a little earlier about movement speed being increased. So increase the movement speed cap from 120 to 150. The default amount of damage reduction when blocking attacks has been reduced from 100% to 60%. The Ultra Genetic Mole Miner Stalkers now deal a significant amount of physical damage. Like a deadly bleed instead of dealing a killing. Players have 90% damage reduction against. Workbenches arranged the armor in light, sturdy, and heavy category. UI, the unique effect of an item now takes priority over the 1-star effect in the Pip Boy. Quality of life. So, alright. Here's where we're sitting. I literally read everything off from what's being changed, and there's a pile of stuff in there. Bob, if you're still in the chat, I'm guessing you were playing on the PTS as well. You were saying that there's Bigfoot on the PTS right now, and all I gotta do is just show up and go find it, which would be really interesting. re-import my character in. Okay, good deal. All right, so I'm going to jump back out to the main menu real quick. I'm going to re-import my character back into this custom world. And I'm going to change the world so that, well, probably still need to leave it like it is. Can't see it either way. Yep, because I cannot make it into the second portion of Fuming Depths where the mole miners are, so I can't really get kind of feedback on that because I can't solo the first boss. Now, on the flip side of that, if I'm on a custom server, I can set it to vulnerability, which is currently what it is right now, but wouldn't see damage reduction. So, 6 some half dozen other. See what you're at. I can. Says that after every event, there's a 100% chance that it will spawn, at least right now on the PTS. Let me just jump on a regular PTS server and see if there's any events going on. Can't get one to pop up for. I'm definitely interested. I've been curious why we haven't had Bigfoot already. No, I'm not talking about Bethy. Take what away? I agree. Probably not nearly as good as what it used to be. A lot of people that are moderately upset about it. Go to safe and sound. Oh, Dave says there's no audio when I whisper. I said was I don't think she's listening to me. Might be though. I don't know who that is. That Bethy Butler, she's stalking me. We started this event yet? It doesn't look like anybody's doing anything. Alright, maybe it's going on now. Alright, so I want to do this event so that we can see what Bigfoot actually. Well, hang on to your overeaters, man. You never know. They tend to make a lot of changes before this stuff goes live. Sometimes they don't, but I would hang on to it just in case, especially if you spend a long time getting it adjusted. Fall Out Boy, how's it going, man? It's probably, I don't know. It was pretty interesting last time we had a major update where we were down, I don't know, 10 hours. I think I live streamed. Actually, it was more than 10 hours. I think we were closer to 11 or 12 hours. And I don't know why they were down as long as they were. They know. People on my Discord says that probably because there wasn't enough servers to accommodate all the players that were coming back to play it. But very likely that something like that could happen again. Frosted Nugs is with us. Who is Bethy talking to? I can tell who she's not talking to. Not talking to me. I really thought they would increase the amount of enemies that was for this event. I might have read that they did, but it doesn't appear to be that way. Leads. Daily. Manias. I'm just looking to see why I can't see event up here. It used to be an event category. Big Bob is frosted nut. Dude, been seeing you around for a long time. We've probably talked before, but truly a pleasure being here with you. And we just get Bethy to get in here with and D and JJ. You not see Zed too. Death Ranger, Surf, which I know there's literally nothing to jumping around. Alright. Where's Bigfoot? Yeah, it's definitely Bigfoot. Okay. Pretty much. Kind of tanky too. Oh, he's not. He just annihilated me. Help me, help me. But in all fairness, I don't know if I have my armor equipped. I have no idea what he's doing. I'll save you. Oh man. That'd be good. Ta-da! That wasn't too bad. Oh, and that's cool too. So that you kill the Bigfoot, so you get a 4-star off of, or at least there's a possibility of getting a 4. So I just got the auto stem wood chest piece. Wait. Instant load when bashing in. 75% chance of back. Kind of cool. So killing Bigfoot, at least as far as I know, gives you a 4-star or the potential. Yeah, he was definitely really tough to take down. So if he's going to start showing up after events or some of the events, people may have a tough time bringing him down. Because like I said, he was pretty tanky, and he killed me in just a second. He literally hit me once. My armor. I even got my Secret Service armor on. He still put me down. So Commander Gold, nice to see you here, dude. No, they didn't change the Blue Devil. The Blue Devil was still here, safe and sound, but they've added one additional cryptid to the game. And I want to spoil it for you. We are on the PTS, so if you don't want to hear it, close your ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's Bigfoot. Bigfoot in the game. Stuff. Also, they've got a 4-star. To do another event. Kind of lucked out and landed here whenever the event was going on because I run every 50. So, other than overeaters, because apparently a lot of people are going to be upset about overeaters, is there? I know we've talked about a lot of stuff during change law effect coming to the live servers. Have I addressed anybody's questions? Can I show you guys something? Won't require anything super crazy for me that you would like to see as of right now. Captain Kirk. That's correct. So it is going to be. All right, it's going to be chance. Well, I don't know what that chance will be for it to show up after an event happens. Right now, apparently after every event. Abdet says that the Wendigo or Earl Colossus basically showed up after doing guided meditation. Could just be random cryptid heavyweight go up. And I know it wasn't her. That's great. It is his cousin. So definitely a lot of changes have going on. I like the new UI up here, I think. It's gonna suck because whenever I'm putting together videos and I show something on the map, it's also gonna screen with it, so everybody's gonna look back and go, what the hell was that? Or at that particular time. I'm not fond of that. There may be a way I can actually turn that off. I'll settings and check that out. Because I don't like the map to be cluttered. Going to spot, oftentimes I'll zoom into it anyway. Super cluttered, like I have ADHD. Yeah, I mean, we'll check Bigfoot out again. I don't know. I mean, I hate to have you guys wait here another stinking 15 minutes. Probably less now, but I definitely want to take another shot at him. It would be cool to be able to get. Tennessee. There you go, dude. All right. Hey, man, I was hopping after you here the other day when I was doing some server hops. Like you were server hopping too. I'm like, I give up. Hey, you get a chance after the stream, man. Pop over in Discord. I'm gonna hang out in there for a little bit and kind of get their feedback on what they saw. I'm not sure who I was watching from our Discord. I know Bethy's not watching. She looked at me though. She can at least hear me. But there may be other people from our Discord. I'm just curious what everybody else has to say. There's a few others that were in Discord right before I popped in here, and they said that Overeaters is probably going to be the biggest upset in here, and as far as I can tell, probably. Pop up. Not activity. They need a countdown for when the next event's going to happen. I mean, everybody kind of knows that it's going to happen every 15 minutes. So it's 6 minutes for the next event. 6 minutes. Okay, Surfer wants me to go check to see what the gold bullion vendors have to sell. Which we... You sure that Minerva's not here? Might be. I'm not gonna look for Minerva though. Go over here and talk to Sam. Dude, I'm totally gonna mess it up. What's funny is if I like break it into parts, I could probably say it. Alright, we're gonna go over to Samuel, see if there's any new recipes that he's got for sale. And I've not bought all of them from Samuel, so I'm not sure what he has to sell and what's new and what's not. So you guys can tell me real quick. Gray gold bullion. Aid. Auto miner collector. The beehive. Brewing vat. Canary. Chicken coop. Critter cooker. Cryptid cards. Wall display, which I know. Dirty Pawn. Dottie. Espresso machine, which is probably something I need to get. He's probably saying yes right now. Fetch Collectron. Fortune teller machine. Grandma Junko. Cat blood. Hellcat stuff. That's our jewelry stand. Flare display. Joey Bello, which is Catherine Swan. Yo. Prov. All Nuka-Cola Collectron. Quantum Rocket Ian. Yeah. Electron. The Bethy is distracting me, is what she. Plum Cake, Solomon Hardy, Steve, Carberry. Stop it. Vault suit, Under Armour style, West Virginia slot machine. A lot of this stuff's already been here. Xerxo. I think. Asman Chowdhury. Chowdhury. Lots of words. Time on the next event. Three minutes on the next event. Sheriff Lot Dot. Clicking the rock. Oh. Perfectly fine. I just... minutes. Sir, if you didn't tell me, did there any new items in there that you noticed? Like I said, I don't have hardly any of those items. I'd spend my gold bullion on it. I just didn't need it. Except at the espresso machine. I could probably go for that. Or I'm always going over to Dee's house to get coffee. Anyway. Other events. This is the vault style. is he says that it'd be nice to have be able to obtain 4-star mods from something other than going to the raid, and I agree. If you're guaranteed a 4-star off of doing that, it will greatly increase the possibility that people will show up for events. Because sometimes they're usually pretty scarce, not always, but ready to pop. You guys are just getting here and started watching the stream. Thanks for being here. We are playing on the PTS. This stuff is not live on the live server. Covering some of the things that Bethesda added to it today. It did say earlier that they were going to be adding these changes in January. They didn't. Distinguished guest. So the main event is distinguished guests. Probably not one of my favorite ones. Where is it? Yes, I've been stealing all of VMH's coffee. I can't pronounce his name either. So, Noman, the best I could do. If you think I have a hard time saying your name, man, look at DMH's. But his real name is DMH. Emphasis on D. Discord. I can't say it, dude. Probably one of the... I'm really thinking that I'm like the last person on the server now. I mean, Frosted, Tennessee, Wretched. Yeah, have you guys done this one before? How do I even start it? Gotta talk to this bot over here, don't I? Billingsley. Data real quick. 30 long. Daily. The events are not showing up here. If you guys know of another place that's supposed to go, please. I should be able to pop it up right in here. Not there. Dirty Daily. Not there either. None. It's definitely not here. That's the reason why nobody's over here. Like I don't want to do this one. He's actually talking right now. I'll get right. I got to round up the bots first, so I got to go out and find them. And go on my map. On my compass. Doug's in it. Wretched Access, he's here now. Appreciate you guys being here. Because I can definitely not do it without you all. Apparently I cannot see the quest at all. Activate it. Fit boy. Toggle active. Here we go. This that works. But there's no quest objectives, you can't really see that. Six. other guys. You have to like put down like table settings and stuff, don't you? Sitting on my foot, it just went numb. Let's stand up, I'll fall on the floor. I'll have that happen. Get the robot. Find and set place settings. Supposedly they put in markers for. They have made it a lot easier to find. %, correct whenever. Normally this would take forever. That's probably the reason why people didn't like completing for a particular event, because how difficult it was to find stuff. Centerpiece. There's 7 undesirables in the function room. I wonder if it's talking about us with that. Talking about. Five are left. Got him. Hugs. They're all just kind of clustered here together. Desirables and yet I'd still. Come best friend. 6 minutes. Outside of that one super mutant that I just killed, I don't know where he. They were concerned about with this particular quest line or this event. Got it. Definitely think the quality of life they did with it, pieces and plates and stuff. But you know, we just kind of walking around wondering what the heck to do next. Kill. How about being a changelog too? The unknown issue. So if you guys are inclined to answer, I'm curious who actually plays on Xbox. Anybody that's just Xbox and play. Yeah. Debating the other day whether or not which soul or a has, I think by far, Xbox player. Xbox input. Plays on PlayStation. Drop them off. Well, our approval rating has dropped tremendously. Probably for the stream and for the match event that we're in. Yeah, I just don't know where else is. They're undesirables. I know at least in the live game it does work. Doesn't even count. He plays on Hill. Seven variables in. I would think that this function room is the room that I'm. Can you play on PC? I've got an Xbox. I get asked all the time to play on it, and I probably need to. I tried for a long time to Xbox and ended up being pretty miserable at it. I mean, I'm a sucky PC player. I'm an even worse player on the Xbox. But it makes for good laughs. Fun. Waiting for this event to fill out. Let me go back to patch notes. They did say something about this one. Which guess uninvited guest. Distinguished. Additional legendary enemies can spawn. The place settings and centerpieces now have a glow, which mean quest targets for robot waitstaff have been adjusted. Known issue. We've noticed that players are being counted as undesirables for this event are not investigating a fix. Known issue. Distinguished guests may not spawn in the. So we're being detected as undesirables. Our invest. It doesn't say here's what you can do to fix it. Like that's kind of what problem that we're having. This event was the event to pick. And the good news is that we have another event that's getting ready to kick off in 45 seconds. So we've gone the maximum amount of. Here we go. So for all the people that are here at the event itself, being counted as undesirables, and see the count moving, going from like 5 to 8 as people are moving. That's actually a good idea. Their gold asks says that we should give you the option to buy another character slot. It'd be cool if they had like a Fallout first. At least they should offer more stuff in character slots and camps. I think they should also offer the ability to purchase, if you have a new character and you want to discover all the locations, purchase a token or a potion or something that shows you all those locations. Now they've got that inside the PTS, and I think that that's definitely a selling item to use. Of course, you lose that XP for that. I literally went into the raid with somebody the other level 20, and by the time that we completed the full raid, they were nearly level 7. First time through. Leveling up is not an issue. All my boys say that I suck because I'm old. I don't feel like I'm old. Personally. Alright, so the new event that we just had kick off. Did a new event kick off? It didn't look like it did. Isn't it? So a new event did not kick off on the quarter. I wonder if that's because we had a distinguished guest going. But it still looked like we completed distinguished guest. You know what's funny is now that I think about it. Yep. Legendary spotted death matriarch. So it was Deathclaw matriarch. It wasn't Bigfoot. And it was a 3-star too. That's what I got. But everything that we got off of him is 3. Or like I'm 17. I think I just stopped maturing at 17. Stopped. Everything that I'm just spouting out stuff. I'm just talking like 17. 6, 7, and it's yeah, so this time around there was just a matriarch Deathclaw. So I thought that would be. I hate to make you guys wait through all that. That was excruciating. That was pretty. All right, so maybe potentially want to wrap some stuff up here. You know, we are on yes again. Sure that we hit on anything that you guys may not be able to get to. You're on Xbox, PlayStation, and there's something that you want, obviously with reason, I would love to be able to achieve that for you. And of course, if you're on PC and just don't want to download the PTS, I would love to show anything new going on in the game right now. Well, green screen, camera move. Really moved this time. Gosh, wrong way with it. Whenever you're combing your hair in the mirror and you're like, what side of my head? That's me. Says that was his first matriarch he's seen. Not been in Burning Spring. I'm curious how often the new creatures will actually spawn after happen. I think they need to make it happen all the time anyway. Makes it more exciting. It makes somebody want to do the event. If there's a possibility that a 4-star can drop there, it's going to make more people want to do the event even that much more. Surf will be like, Let me know 30 seconds before the event's over with, and I'm gonna come up picking that surf. He's not here to do. Bear with me. Heavyweight. Possible they might have. Looking through, back through the. Mod now grants up to a 10% damage reduction, closer to 100% carry weight. Got a meditation popped up. Let's go there. I'm gonna run this one out, and then probably start bringing the stream to an end. Unless you guys can find something to actually. More specific. I mean, I could sit here all day and talk to you guys, but I actually didn't eat dinner. Be a foul mess. Bethy doesn't. Or does she? Okay, maybe she does. Turns around. Why? I mean, why do you like not at least comment on my insult? Okay. Oh. Sorry, guys. Doing her favorite thing, which is math. Bethy loves math. So I can toggle this thing active. Can't do it through my Pip-Boy. But there's a Wendigo Colossus over here right now. So this must be the one you guys were talking about a little earlier. Let them all fall, all come to one place. Side meditation was down. Down. Oh, it's being. I hope the guys and girls that are in our Discord want to raid after we get done streaming here. Cool to do some raid. You guys like or have never done raids before and would like to come check it out, I'll be happy to die with you beside trying to do it. Thanks, Dale. I'm sure she'll look over at chat in just a minute and smile and say something like, "See, I told you so." Well, I mean, I really don't have anything to bounce anything off anybody. At least with her, usually I can say something to her. I don't even have the opportunity to right now. Bethy. Either she's fallen asleep or I think her eyes are actually. Guy that's out there right now. He's level 20. You can do it. So you wouldn't be dead waiting to raid, I promise. Forgive me, if you're not part of our Discord, come to it, hang out with me. We do all kinds of stuff, and we raid too. We don't raid every night. I'd probably like that. Probably a lot of people that would like to raid every night. We raid often. The biggest thing that we're doing right now is we're doing grunt hunts and head hunts. And what the guys are doing, they're doing like a round robin thing where one person will kick off the head hunt, then the next person will kick off the head hunt. And you're either buying them or you're getting them from the grunt hunts. Yeah, I knew she'd see it, Dale. Didn't even shoot. The Colossus will be here again. I mean, this one went down up here at the front. I wonder if this is where he's going. Well, there's two of them. There's two Colossus that are here. So I wonder if it's always going to be the Colossus. Nope, I already got that roll, Michelle. Hey. Stroking the old egos. I'm gonna end up making her log on, man. I can't insult her enough to make her log on. But she really is wrapped up grade papers. Tomorrow's the last day. She's got to get the grades in for her students before I guess the Christmas holidays or before the New Year, one of the others. She's really been busting it. So what we need to do is get her a bottle of wine, let her grade while drinking wine. But she declined that. I don't know why. I think it would be great. Grading would be obviously more fun and it would take less time. We got quite a few people here now. I can't even tell you. Except the most important people are here. Frosted in Tennessee. Yeah, maybe. Well, she definitely does not want to be grading right now. 100% assured. Definitely a chore for her. This is the toughest time of the year. So, I mean, grading time this time of year, then she does her play, which is March. That whole week is so hectic for her. Not just for her, I mean, everybody in the family has a role to play. The end of the year. Then she spends like the first 2 or 3 weeks of her summer vacation and binge watching stuff on Netflix. "30 seconds left before this creature pops out." I'm still thinking it's going to be the Wendigo Colossus. Okay, good deal. Uninvited guest arrived, and it is a Colossus again. Going down. And it's just 3-star again. Yep. Every one of the things that were on there, though, were 3 stars. Also hearing their Wendigo too. Well, Michelle, let me encourage you. I know you've heard me say it 100 times, and anybody else that's in chat right now too, come hang out with us in Discord. I mean, you may already be there in our Discord, and all our guys that are in Discord right now listening to me are going, "Stop inviting people to Discord." But we really do. We have a good community that's in there. We have a lot of good guys, girls, friendly people play around. I just don't think you can go wrong hanging out with us, especially with Bethy, because occasionally she likes to cook or bake cookies and stuff. Not really, but occasionally she does, and she hangs out in there often too. Like I said, we occasionally play Fortnite. This New Year's Eve, we're intending to play. I think it's Jackbox. I think it's kind of the intention. So if you're inclined and not doing anything on New Year's Eve, we're gonna have a little party going on inside of live streaming it. But welcome to join us and participate in that live stream with us with Jackbox, because it allows you to connect with your phones and answer questions and all around just play. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Thinking Bethy's gonna end up with darts and probably just darts. But I was just checking a moment or two ago, and to pass you off to somebody else that might be live streaming, but I don't know anybody that's live streaming right at the moment. And if you guys that are live streaming and you hear me say that, don't be offended by that. I'm just not familiar with who you are. I just don't want to send you guys over to somebody else and be like, they could send us over here and then end up like not being crazy or something. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. If anyone else has got anything that they want to see, I'm going to go get something. Love you guys tremendously. I better wait just to make sure if it has anything. You guys are like 20 seconds behind me. Then I'm going to tell you love you, bye. Love you, bye. Ooh. It is a really quiet night And there's a lot of new streamers that are out there right now doing 7.6. And they may end up being super fantastic, but I've not listened to them before, so they may end up like yelling one profanity after the next. But you guys, I just don't. Oh man, dude, I really appreciate you, dude. Kenzie, I appreciate you hanging out too, man. Oh, there's one other person that's hanging. Gassier, we saw a little earlier. Love that guy. I know you guys all know Gassy. Fantastic. Super duper fan. And we've had several other streamers that popped in here too. Shadow Queen's popped in here. She's doing TikTok. Curious Pixie is YouTube. Probably a thousand guys. Love you guys. Have a good night. We really hope that Sunday we'll be doing our, another live stream at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. So I hope you guys can make that. Love you guys. Bye. Oh. Start listening. Got disconnected. Yes. 100% positive. Disconnected. I'm just sitting here looking at my monitor screen at the moment. Hear you better with just one muff